Riot is in trouble for AI again. I think that was a very interesting title, and I wanted to watch it with you guys. This is Necrit. He is covering a lot of news concerning League of Legends. And yeah, very good YouTuber. I like his videos.
I swear they always wait till I'm gone to release these things. But yes, I've been gone for 4 days and the world turned...
Just looking at this, it looks like AI, literally. Yeah, Wild Rift dropped AI trailers everything third year. Oh my god.
Upside down. And it's all because there was a big misstep that happened around Riot Games. And it is something that undermined a mission that
AI.
Riot has been pushing for 2 years now. And all of that came out of this, let's say, cinematic, which was released to promote Wild Rift. This is a piece of something that progressively raises more and more eyebrows.
Oh my god, that's so stupid. So they're starting to try to turn on AI to like reduce their workforce. The thing is that every time I watch a cinematic from League of Legends, from Riot, let's say, I feel the animations are all on point. Why do they have to turn on AI like this? They can use AI for some things, but using AI for a full cinematic, I think that's a bit much. Like for character models, sure, maybe like doing the character model at first and then you modify that character model a little bit by hand, that would be fine with me, but this?
It begins with Jinx looking at her phone. It teases that there is a concert with Jinx and various other figures. You know how Riot heavily pays attention to silhouettes?
Okay.
You tell me if that is Aurora or Anima Squad Misfortune.
Yeah, I would say Aurora.
Also, is that Sasuke? Anyway, then it zooms onto the 3rd anniversary. The 3rd... Oh no. Yep, this is when people realize that this cinematic has nothing to do with cinema at all.
Look at this, like even the 3rd is like really weird. Like, you know, it's made by AI. Even the A is a bit weird, but I could pardon that. This
is AI. And as it keeps going, it is more and more unhinged. There is this wide shot of us being in space that is supposed to be an arena. By far the biggest giveaway that this is AI is the generic Pixar style that is used for the audience. Also, what the hell is that in the background? And of course, after you establish that you want to use the Pixar style for the animation, why don't we go into a realistic stylization instead? Yeah, what a real cinematic would do is change the styles in between the cuts. Anyway, this is where whoever made this should be really just sitting somewhere in a corner. Because it is one thing to use AI to promote something.
I don't even think she has purple eyes and purple eyebrows. Like, all of this is wrong.
But it is another thing to use AI to recreate a character people cosplay with consistency.
Yeah.
And then you destroy all of that consistency.
That's what I say.
With different tattoos, which are absolutely Jinx's trademark. Different outfit, which is a kind of whatever. But also mismatching eyebrows and hair. Like, would she have dyed her eyebrows purple in this case?
Okay.
But the best part is...
It's so exciting!
Oh, the voice is AI. I can't.
From her face. And speaking of exciting faces, run. This might be the creepiest Seraphine I have ever seen anywhere on the internet. I mean, you know how this cinematic just established a Pixar style, then they threw it away and they decided to go for a semi-realistic stylization. You know, why don't we throw it away in the middle of the cinematic too, and let's just go for hyper-realism. I mean, looking at this, I have to admit, Seraphine mains suffered a lot. This might be too much. Not getting a Wild Rift skin? Yeah, I get that you're mad. Getting a Wild Rift cinematic? I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But you know, I don't think Ezreal mains have a lot to complain about, so here you go. Here's something for your life. Also, I like how now we go back and Ezreal is now suddenly slightly more stylized. But then we go to Yasuo, who is suddenly very hyper-realistic for no reason at all. Also, he lost quite a bit of his iconic hair. And while everyone got dressed up because this is supposed to be a concert, the internet doesn't really have a lot of references of Yasuo being in casual clothing. So the AI just gave him his normal Ionian attire. But you know, we tried the Pixar style. We tried the stylized version. We even went for hyper-realism. So now let's just go to the 2D Adobe animations that we are all used to, right? And that is all here to do but one thing, and that is to celebrate the 3rd birthday of Wild Rift. What an honor. Which is here celebrated by everyone fusing their hands together. After which, a great twist happens. The minions attack.
You stupid.
The teeth.
You stupid.
Oh my god, I don't know.
Fool.
She does not have teeth.
You have no idea how much I wish this was made up. This feels like the old animes from the 80s before the West figured out how to do voice acting. And so they all fight the minions. Yasuo brings up his blade, and Jinx her iconic Glock, which is fully automatic. You know, her precious weapon from Arcane. Do you think Piltover ditched Hextech for 9mm? But then, let's not forget Seraphine, who is known for her martial arts. Then there is just more absolute chaos that doesn't mean anything in this cinematic. It's just weird shots without a point. Then we get a shot of the front row people here paralyzed while the background moves. Then Seraphine, of course known for her voice, just kicks people in the nuts. Jinx's Glock turns into a Desert Eagle, which is still fully automatic.
It's fully automatic.
But it's not enough. So apparently, she whips out fish bones.
Did they try to make us laugh? I mean, that works. That's really good. That's really good. Some characters were not Pixar at all. No, that's what he's saying. He's like, sometimes he made some characters Pixar, sometimes not. They just look at the dancing characters. And let's go back. 513. I mean these, or no, 10 seconds ago. Oh, yeah, this
moves.
These are Pixar like. These are kinda not. This would just look like an old lady. Yeah, I don't know. The famous Glock. Okay, I'm just gonna talk about our other weapon.
With fish bones, of course, being a flamethrower.
Oh yeah.
You know,
it's
the
supposed
most
to shoot
iconic
rockets,
weapon
man.
in the history of League of Legends because everyone knows
that
it
face.
from Argo. The most iconic weapon in the history of League of Legends because everyone knows.
Dude, I think 5 years from now, they're still gonna hear from this. Like, this is not over.
Knows it from Arcane for
that's
being
the
a
real
flamethrower.
weapon.
And so nothing really happens. There is supposed to be a fight, but we're back in an arena where nothing is happening.
Okay.
And it is a different arena now.
Of course.
And the front row is still frozen while the background moves.
Yeah,
which is
still
when
Pixar.
the singing happens.
Oh no, please.
And that's when I want to poke my eyes out. Ignoring the creepiest version of Ezreal, which is inconsistent even with the previous version here. Jinx pops up with pieces of her body as well as her equipment just hovering in the air. Like, what did they use for the prompts? Did they reference that one infamous augmented reality from Worlds? Because those shots are creepily too similar. And then you just get the most blatant, flat AI shots imaginable. No continuity. No reason for anything to do anything.
This is something else.
What's better, there are just completely random characters in the middle of all of this.
Who the fuck is this set?
Who is that?
I think it's
Is that a teaser for the Dark Enclave?
That has to be.
We're getting another handsome champion. No. The worst part is, there is one more minute of all of this. Everything I've shown you only happens in the first minute.
Oh,
this cinematic is 2 minutes 22 seconds. And we didn't even get to talk about the song, which is obviously AI too.
Yeah.
Brave! No scream! We are the champions tonight!
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
I am the one who wants to scream. So I refuse to poke my eyes out, so we are moving on. Instead of suffering, let's actually talk about what the f happened here? You see, this is another episode of Riot giving the rights to their IP to people who are dragging it through the mud. And in this case specifically, it actually had nothing to do with Riot. There is nobody at Riot who was directly connected to this. No, this was Tencent.
Okay, now it's getting bad. So Tencent is a freaking big company. Tencent, like stock, whatever. Can we see like the whole price? These guys are motherfucking rich. Yeah, $5.14 billion like worth. They made the AI. Do you think Riot was forced to accept it? Like Riot was like, okay, well, sorry, like we don't like it, but you have to do it, so just put it out. We're ready to receive the backlash. So that okay, I'm really happy that Riot did not fire this. That's the best news so far. Okay, so Tencent, okay?
Which makes it a lot harder for Riot to deal with this.
Yeah.
You see, this isn't Riot's first rodeo with AI ruining their reputation.
Oh,
the first
really?
time this happened is when a Brazilian publisher got an editor to make them a promo for their esports. And that outsourced editor used AI during the times AI couldn't even make a human.
Yeah,
Remember
2 years
Will
ago? Yeah.
Smith eating spaghetti? That was probably better than the promo. And so after that happened...
Oh, that was the promo. Yeah, that looks... Dude, that is so creepy. I can...
Riot immediately cut ties with the person who made that happen, and
Yeah,
they
of course.
immediately went full throttle on letting people know they have never used generative AI themselves, and they don't plan on using it. Side
Okay.
note, with that said, I think we should mention that up to this point, Riot still has job offerings on their website where they are looking for
Yeah.
people to specifically research generative AI.
Yeah, we are seeking a passionate and skilled intern. Okay, so not someone that's that important, right? Or PhD or master level to join our RFD effort, research and development efforts. As a generative AI research intern contract, you would explore foundational or applied challenges. Yeah, challenges in generative modeling and contribute to building state-of-art system that empowers creative. I think AI will not be a bad thing in game. Like, I think I could really see AIs that would create forest for video games or like roads leading to a town for video games. They could even help you improve monsters. Like you could tell him, oh, I want a monster that looks like this. It would generate you like a 3D version of that monster. And then from that version, you can create your actual monster, like with the artists and what they're doing right now. But at least you don't have to start from zero. I think that can save a lot of time. But going from zero to the end, just from AI all over the place, that makes no sense. At least for now, AI is not ready to do this.
Now, as far as we know, it seems like Riot is training their own AI so that it can paint textures in the style which Riot created and
But
stuff
they
like
will.
that.
They will use AI in the
But
future.
it
That's
still
100%
doesn't help
sure.
their case. And also that position is in Singapore, which
Okay.
also doesn't help. But
Yeah.
then once again, after Riot fought against the allegations that dropped the first time, lo and behold, the overlords from overseas kind of undermined that entire mission. And so now... this is just awkward. The
Yeah.
issue is that the quote-unquote cinematic entirely missed because it is supposed to be celebrating Wild Rift. It is the
Yep.
third birthday, and so why would they cheap out on the cinematic? But also,
Yeah.
this was posted on the official Weibo account for Wild Rift. Now, some of you may know that there are a lot of cinematics in the East that simply never reach the Western audience. And that
Okay.
is both cinematics for Wild Rift and sometimes even League of Legends. That is
Okay.
because all of those cinematics are directly funded by Tencent, meaning that they never reach the West because of rights. In the vast majority of the
Okay.
cases, they just stay on
That
the
was
Eastern
good.
platforms. Meaning that because this was posted on Tencent's platform and not in the West, they obviously commissioned this, which means they had to review this, and they also had to approve it. Who looked at this? The
Yeah.
big issue here
Ugh.
is that we are still talking about Riot's IP. It is Riot who should still hold power over who and how promotes that IP. And in this case, there is no way they didn't have a tool to stop this. Especially since this...
That's what I hope. Like that Riot would be able to pull the plug. Like if they actually were powerless about the fact that this was about to come out, like I'm really crying for Riot right now. Like these guys are probably sounding the alarm everywhere in the office, or like, guys, we need to say something about this. We need to calm the people down. We did not send this out.
is a promotion for an event in Wild Rift that is also in the West. And that is exactly why the unthinkable happened. A person from Riot, not Tencent. In fact, this is Papa Smoothie, who is the executive producer on Wild Rift at
nice.
Riot, who actually took a step forward and took the hit, which is admirable. But the statement is also funny. Hey folks, yesterday we posted a creator-made video on our official Weibo channel that, quite frankly, did not hit the mark. When we post content on our official channels, it's on us to maintain a high-quality bar and be clear about where it came from. Thank you for all the feedback. We can and will do better. Hey, as an apology,
Cannot do worse, that's one thing.
It is straight to the point. But saying that this was creator-made doesn't really help. If it is commissioned, then it is you who decides if it is creator-made or if it is made by a studio. Then again, remember that this individual is not responsible for what happened here.
True.
That would be Tencent. And I kinda love how that is hinted in this message when they said that we are responsible for also letting you know where this came from. But they don't mention Tencent to not be in trouble. Also, saying that this did not hit the mark would be an understatement. I think everyone agrees with what SpiderX mentioned here. Sure, it was Tencent who made a poor decision, but Riot definitely should have the toolkit to keep this under control. And so when Papa Smoothie mentioned that they will do better, let's hope that they mean that they will have better control over what is happening around Wild Rift.
I do think this might have happened, because sometimes these companies, they have like very highly occupied people, like the high ranks, right? So maybe they got an email with that video posted with that email, but they never read it. Like maybe they had 1 week to read it and say like, I disapprove, but nobody said anything. Or they said I approve and they decided to watch it later, which turned out to be an insane mistake if that's what happened. Because I do have I doubt that they knew nothing about it before it came out. I think that's a bit insane.
Because, truth be told, in the past, Wild Rift had quite the banger cinematics. Sometimes they were far higher quality than what League had.
Dang, okay.
And sometimes they weren't. But let's be honest, as long as it doesn't
Vlad
look like
weird.
that...
True. Yeah, that's horrible.
I would take a happy birthday written on a napkin.
Yeah. Dang. Well, there it is. So I'll link the video in the chat. Give him a sub, give him a like. I was subscribed. I didn't know if I was or not. But yeah, very good video for Necrit, from Necrit.